Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you the biggest game world just dropped? Now, when I ask you, hey guys, what do you think the biggest map in video games are, okay? The man from Hello Games says it's No Man's Sky, and they're not wrong. That's like, what, how many galaxies? Over 200? Rockstar would say Los Santos and Grand Theft Auto 5, Los Santos and Blaine County. Microsoft would say it's Minecraft, 1.5 billion something square miles of places to run around in. And the man from Bethesda says Daggerfall, and before you say Starfield is a thing, Daggerfall is just better, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to start the map war, so to speak. I'm here to bring out a fact, apparently, that Justin Gary's mod, yes, a game that is almost 20 years old, running on an engine older than some of you watching this video, now has apparently the largest map to ever exist in a video game at all. We are talking about 2,048 full-scale universes in the game, okay? So I was reading this thing published like 2 days ago where they were saying you will never reach the end of this map. And apparently the actual map was a one-to-one multiverse made by a developer known as Alexandrovich. Now, they've worked on other projects before. For instance, the GTA 6 full map, work in progress, okay? Goddamn, all right? They're not even screwing around here. They are trying to build the full map to what we've seen in the GTA 6 trailer. Now, of course, while that's a work in progress, their other projects are also on the way too. So what it requires is something known as InfMap Base. Now, for anybody that doesn't know InfMap Base, it was designed by a developer known as Me, who actually explained it by showcasing that the source engine, again, the best way for me to explain his video, is you see how, like, towards the edge, this blue line, this is where the source engine, you know, back in the day, the source engine for Gary's Mod, Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike, this is the actual map limitation. So the way that our buddy Me here actually got by it is using portals like this, like blue line that you're seeing here, to have objects basically go in from one end and come out the other. But by dividing this map into what appears to be grid chunks, you can get the illusion of an infinite map. So it's kind of a clever way to handle this, and if you want an explanation, this is probably the best way to explain it right from the developer's mouth, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, utilizing this trickery, somebody has actually managed to put 2,048 universes in one map, okay? Which means, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, this makes it the largest fucking game world imaginable. So again, what you need is the 64-bit version of Gmod to run. Why 64 bits? Because the system requirements to this is a minimum of 12 gigs of RAM, okay? You got an 8 gig RAM there, you got an 8 gig computer, you got the Chromebook. Don't even think about it unless you want to blow your computer up and represent it like an exploding meth lab, maybe. Recommended 32 gigabytes of RAM, okay? The best, the most Kino experience is 64 to 128 gigs of RAM. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not screwing around. This is my computer's system specs here. You can see that I have 115 gigs of available memory right now with a total of 125. I am sitting below the best system requirements, but I'm going to try running this map for us all to see what the multiverse looks like encapsulated in a near 20-year-old game engine. Let's get started. Now, ladies and gentlemen, over here, I actually do have the game fired up, and if I do start new game over here, you can see that I've got a few maps. I've got the Infinite map, I've got the GTA 5 Infinite map, I've got a solar system, and I've got the multiverse. Now, Gmod, as you all know, has a ton of custom created content. You can go to the back rooms, you can talk to unsavory characters on the internet, and you can play a whole bunch of games that I never thought possible could have been done in this engine, but it does. So in this situation, what we're going to do is we're going to fire up the old multiverse here, and we're going to get things started, okay? So we're actually loading up galaxies, so to speak. The initial loading is like quick. Now, this actually crashes my graphics card in certain cases. I've tried doing this once, it crashed the recording, so I'm kind of hoping it doesn't do that, and it doesn't seem like it's having an issue. Now, it might be hard for you guys to see, but I am getting 145 frames. But what you will notice is with this game engine, or with this map style, things load in, it takes a little bit of time, okay? It doesn't all just load in at once. The game is currently loading in all of the galaxies. So depending on how big the map is, it can take like hours. Now, I let this try running from 3 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m. and it still didn't load in everything. In fact, if anything, the frame rate jumped down to like 24 and then it spikes up to like 145 here and there. Here, I got like a stutter. And now I'm back, okay? So again, you can see that in the distance, where I'm aiming right now, these are actually galactic points that you can go to. Now, because of the size of this, no clipping around is impossible. So what I'm going to do is I am going to enable no clip. And no clip will allow us to walk in this area. So you can see by the physics gun, I'm actually moving around. All right, so after turning down some of the settings, my graphic card has stopped crashing. The encoder is actually dying on this. But yeah, you can see that the world is actually, loading in and it's crashing one more time. Jesus Christ, encoding overloaded. Consider turning down the video settings or using a faster encoding preset. So before it dies, before my GPU is dying, and this is a 4090 by the way, before this completely dies, I'm going to enable SV cheats and just sort of show you the world around us, okay? So by enabling the cheats, I'm actually able to basically open up extra commands that'll allow you to get rid of like things like the skybox. So according to the actual developer, they've given some commands on how to basically navigate this area. So for instance, you can do SV sky name black, all right, by doing all of this. And this should, in theory, get rid of the stars, which it didn't. The skybox is still there, but you can see how the galaxies are all still present. Now, they do actually have Earth somewhere on this map. So using a tool, I can actually set my position to set pause inf map, basically in this infinite map, and I can move myself to negative 4000 000 space 00. And I should technically be in Earth, okay? So if I look around, it doesn't really seem like I've moved anywhere. Maybe I can actually see where I'm at. Okay, so technically I'm actually at Earth. It's just that this is not the version with Earth involved. So it's actually destroying my system, and I don't even have everything available. This is bad, dude. I feel like this is actually harming my computer, but I mean, it is what it is, right? It's, you do what you can. So here is the one with the solar systems. Let's fire this one up. Please don't crash my GPU. Please, God. I'm just trying to record footage for this, man. It's crazy. But like, you see, this might not be like exciting to like a lot of people because they're like, oh, it's just like a blank skybox. The point is, all right, this is a nearly 2-decade-old game engine that's suddenly loading in one of the largest maps through obviously, like, yes, trickery, but it is interesting to see how a developer did this. So again, now that we've loaded up the version with a solar system, what I can do is I can go down and I can do basically, let's see, SV cheats 1, no clip, and then SV no clip speed should be at like 100,000, which even with the size of this universe, you're not going to be able to see any movement. But again, if I move around here, you can see that I am moving at this speed. It's just obviously, there's not much that you can't obviously observe. This is the size of the multiverse, guys. You can't really do anything. But that object in the distance, that's supposed to be the Earth right there. Now, you could hit W and get all the way there, but it's just going to take you a long time. Even the developer says, trying to cross, you will never reach the end of this map no matter how hard you try. You can only move around the star galaxy cluster with the teleportation tools. So now, if I actually go to SV, set pause inf map, and then I do negative 400, let's do this. I actually got to read this close. 000 space 0. This warps me to literally Earth. So yeah, this is actually a point in the map you can go to. It's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's loading up like every aspect. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not okay. There should not be this many galaxies in Earth's region. Actually, with the speed that I am moving, you can kind of see that I am actually able to move towards Earth. Actually, you can see that the Earth was actually moving. Yeah, it is moving. So what I could technically do is maybe I can go all the way down and like touch Earth. Oh no, I feel like I'm going back. This is not how the galaxy is supposed to be aligned, by the way. I'm just saying. Let's go to SV no clip speed. Let's see if we just do like, let's see if we do like 100 million or some shit. You can't even see it moving, dude. It's broken, bro. Now, I'm sure that if you found the coordinate to like another galaxy, a solar system, you might be able to find something. But yes, this person is working on putting the entire observable galaxy inside Gary's mod. Dude, I kind of want to see, I want to see Uranus, dude. I know it's Uranus, but I'm going to call it Uranus just for this video. This is -400. It's like I'm on the fucking Starship Enterprise here, dude. Mr. Spock, where are we going? 50,000,000,000. Oh my god. If I get this one thing wrong, we are probably going to be in like another universe. Quite literally. We got to be in our universe. Okay, so this takes us to... I think I entered it wrong. I think I really did just enter it wrong. This is broken, dude. Now, obviously, this isn't super terribly exciting. So what if we took a smaller version of this? Even disconnecting from this map is like a goddamn nightmare, dude. What if we connected to like, I don't know, something like the infinite solar system to give you like a sort of smaller scale representation of the kind of shit that we're looking at. Now, if we go to the solar system, and this is again by the same exact developer, right? Like the person that created that monstrosity, the scaled solar system, which they actually say we need to actually do a couple things here. So, for instance, we need to do SV no. So first off, SV cheats has to be enabled. SV no clip accelerate has to be 900. 00000000000000000. Okay, that's up there. Host time scale. I feel like I'm gonna crash this. I feel like I'm about to space travel right now. SV no clip speed 80,000. Okay. So be careful not to miss planets, as you'll be moving very fast and you may miss them. So all right. So here's how we do this, okay? So first things first, we need to enable r_fars, and we need to do 900000000. And now we can render a whole planet. So we've got, oh, connection problem! Dog, I've got a connection problem! No shit, dude. I have a connection problem to my own local server. Like, that's insanity. Look at that. I am connected to my own server and I have a connection problem. And dude, this is broken. So we have Earth right there. And I wonder if we can actually land on like Earth at this point. We're actually going through so many. Oh no, we literally no clip through Earth. Earth is just giant back rooms. So hold on. Let's actually go to like the sun before I disconnect out of this. So in order to go to the sun, they actually have some coordinates that we can use for the 1-to-1 version. Yeah. So in order to get to the sun, what we need to do is we need to do set pause inf map, and then the coordinates for the sun is 59702.0000000 space 00. And that takes us to the sun, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. And, of course, navigating around is just an impossibility. So using this map trick, some of the most egregious types have actually found a way to implement a 1-to-1 recreation of the fucking solar system. And if that doesn't impress you, man, I don't know what does. To give you guys like a quick idea of like how this stuff works, like if we open up GTA 5, for instance, right here, this is the infinite map version of like the entire GTA 5's Southern San Andreas injected into a 2-decade-old game engine. Okay, so here we're gonna fire this up, and these maps aren't huge. Like this is probably like I think this might actually be under a gigabyte if I'm not mistaken. But let's see. Okay, so we're firing up. The game is ready to play, and the memory consumption, which I know I haven't been showing you guys, that universe took up around 18 gigabytes of memory. Now, to understand, that's the reason why we need the 64-bit version of this, because if we don't use a 64-bit version, What's gonna happen is eventually the map will load enough, but because we don't have enough, we don't have enough like space in the memory, it's just gonna crash the entire process. Now, if you look here, you can see that the edges that you're seeing here, this is the limitations, from my understanding, of the source engine, like what one map is supposed to be. But you can see the game, like I told you at the beginning, it's loading pieces at one time. So it's gonna take like 20 minutes. I'm not joking, I'm not even exaggerating. 20 minutes is what it takes to actually like load up all of Los Santos. And that's on a good system. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna modify the speed just to show you a quick idea of like what these modders have been able to do. So we're gonna set our no clip to like 1400. Actually not our no clip speed to 1400. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow us to like dart across the map. Now, actually, I might as well just turn this down to like 800 because it's actually a lot faster than I expected. So it's loading up at any given moment, all of Los Santos, so all of southern San Andreas. So you've got Blaine County, you've got like Mount Chiliad, Mount Gordo, Mount Josiah, you've got the Penitentiary, you've got Sandy Shores, and it looks like a low-rendered Google Street View map. You've got like every single aspect of this world loaded. And the reason why it's running so bad is, yes, it's like a 20-year-old game engine. The source engine was not supposed to be doing this shit. But the other big thing is, ladies and gentlemen, there is also a serious situation of like performance. And the performance is shit because we're loading in all of this at once. If you were to play any modern open world game or any open world game in general, you would know something that is called culling. So what happens is, in an open world game, your viewport, which is what your camera sees, will render anything up to a certain distance. So even in that, like if you're playing GTA 5, anything behind the mountain that you're not able to witness will be unloaded because you're not able to see it. So why should the game engine waste resources? You can even see like portions of like downtown Los Santos is loading. But if everything behind you in an open world game is typically unloaded because again, if you can't see it, why waste resources rendering it? That's just how we intelligently manage these games to run on systems or consoles. Now, again, all right, going over here, you can see that in the source engine, all those blocks of the infinite map are just still loading in. It's going to take, like, no joke, half an hour to get this to actually work. But yeah, that's crazy, dude. We have the largest game world ever created, finally for human consumption. It's all dropped, okay? So if you're somebody that's interested in playing something like this and you've got the supercomputer to manage it, please give it a try. We are not responsible for the explosion that may happen within your computer if it decides to, if that's how things want to go. That being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and I'm going to give my graphics card a little bit of rest right now. I think it's basically dying. I think what I'm doing is video card abuse. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it, I am out.